Hello guys, welcome to my channel. I am Samantha the Introvert. Today I want to give you my personal review on episode 6 of We Are. I already did my reviews on episode 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Links are in the description below, so without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, we left off at the kiss. So after Pim kissed Poom, trust me, their face shows they didn't regret it. I mean, look at that face. Does that face show someone who didn't like the kiss? Okay, they're still burning midnight oil on their artwork. Well, except for Q. He finished his already like a good student. Anyways, since Pim was with Poom at the night of Loy Krathong night, he never knew that Q and Toy went to sail Krathong that night, so Q is letting Pim know. But right now, Pim is still in shock that he kissed Poom. So he asks Q on relationship advice because apparently Q is an expert since he's been in numerous of relationships. Pim asks Q if people should kiss even though they are not in a relationship, and Q basically said that if they like each other, they should confess instead of beating around the bush. But be sure that they both like each other, then they can call it a full relationship. Then we see Chain and Poon hurrying to get flowers to give their friend of their artwork that will be placed in the gallery. Then Tan came with his man Kao Fang meeting up with friends, and they saw that Tan has flowers and asked about it, and Tan said it's for his friend and that they are going to the gallery now. Since they mentioned that, Poom was super ready to go because he just wanted to meet Pim. So the friend that they got their art display in the gallery is Q, and because Pim never finished his artwork in time, he said he will do his art and get it displayed next year. As soon as Tan and friends came, Poom's first thing to do was look for Pim, and immediately homeboy found him. Poom made it his mission to get a camera and go to Pim first before going with his friends. But when Pim sees Poom, Pim tries to avoid Poom but lied and tries to find excuses. And when Poom tries to talk about the kiss that night, Pim ran away. I mean, Q artwork is nice, but if you're not into art, you will never understand. And that's exactly what his friends are, not understanding it. But they show support either way. Then these two came late because they were having a hard time picking flowers. I love how Tan was the one who brought all of them together in one friend circle. Everyone decided to leave except for Poom. Poom wanted to spend time with Pim and uses the excuse for Pim to show him around the art gallery. But while Pim showing around the art gallery, Poom just distracted and taking photos of both the art and Pim. Toy came and saw Q's art and decided to leave a note on and telling him congratulations. When Q came and saw the note, he's clueless to who left the note. Then Toy came back to personally congratulate Q, but he never told Q he was the one who left the note. So anyways, since Q offers to treat Toy to dessert, poor Toy wonders if Q is sick because Q never offers such amazing offers. But Toy didn't want to waste that opportunity. Turns out the place they go was the cafe that Toy's always going, and cafe owner made it known to Q that Toy is a regular at his cafe. Anyways, Q then asks how he never knows or sees Toy at the cafe if Toy was such a regular, and Q always comes to the cafe. So Toy told Q that the reason he never sees him is because they must have went to different time and day. But what Q doesn't know is that Toy has always come to the cafe and regularly sees Q drawing. In fact, all the paintings in the cafe is done by Q. Then back to Pim and Poom. Poom didn't want to separate from Pim, so he sees Vi and her mug painting activities and asks Pim to let him do it with him. And Pim agrees, even though he didn't want to. Homegirl saw the chemistry between Pim and Poom. When they started painting, Pim was about to bring up their kiss but decided not. After they're done, they were told that to wait for a week, and when it is good enough to collect, Pim will collect the mug and give it to Poom. After dropping Pim off, there were so many times they could have brought up the kiss, but Pim keeps dodging the question. It's finally semester break, and Pim told Q he's invited to his place to party and Q can invite Toy. But Q said he doesn't want to bother Toy, but right as he said that, immediately he called Toy. Now that they're here, Poon decided to play a card with a twist. Whoever gets the king, that person will let whoever with the number they called do whatever they want them to do. They were an old vibe. I was enjoying this old scene. At one point in the game, Chain gets to kiss Poon on his forehead. I still need to know if they are going to start a relationship or not. And at another point in the game, Toy gets to kiss Q on his cheek 3 times, and the same goes for Q. Now, originally it was to be 1, but because Toy begged and stalled the game, it raised to 3. The next day, everyone is in the kitchen except for Q, and Matt talked about Toy and how the game last night got Toy to do what he dreamed of. Everyone got confused to what Matt means, so Matt revealed that Toy likes Q, which got everyone shocked. Honestly, I feel Q heard all the conversation but pretend he didn't. So everyone sat down with Toy to get the story of how his love for Q started. So the story is Toy liked Q for a very long time, way before he even entered the university, way before he even knew Q's name. There was a time when Toy found a pencil case that belonged to Q and Q was looking for it. So Toy gave the case to the cafe owner to give to Q, and Q drew an animation thank you card. And since Toy knows Q art is in the cafe and Q comes to the cafe a lot, Toy wrote notes on a sticky paper and put on behind the artwork and told the cafe owner to tell Q about it so he can read it. And ever since then, they would communicate through notes, but they didn't know each other's name. But Q knew of Toy's struggle and how he was studying medicine and not knowing his future. And because Q always gives positive notes towards Toy and gives jokes, Toy grew to like Q more. But one day, the notes from Q stopped, and Q suddenly stopped going to the cafe. Until one day a customer called Q name and Toy sees. It is the last day of high school and he is graduating, and now because of the customer, Toy learns the name of Q. Toy then said that when Q and him would pass notes in the cafe, it was through them he knew which university Q would attend, and that's why he went to the university. And even though he's not good at drawing, he has always been practicing because of Q. Tan then asked a curious question. He said he noticed Toy will only call Q P but the others Ia, and asked why. Toy said Q is very special to him, so he wants to make his name special when he calls him. Now that they heard the love story, they want to come up with a plan to figure out if Q likes Toy because Pim said that Q tends to not let his feelings show, so Poon decided to come up with an idea. But as soon as Q stepped in, everyone either went silent or left the room. Again, I feel like Q must have heard them, right? So anyways, Pim brought Q to the park to draw. Then out of nowhere, Poom called Pim to ask what Pim is doing and demands to send his location because he wants to be with Pim. Anyways, Chain and Toy came and Q asked why they're together, and Pim told Q that Toy and Chain are in a talking stage of their relationship, which shocked Q because he have never noticed anything of that because he was watching Toy and he never sensed that. But the thing is, this was all part of the plan so Q can make it known of his feelings for Toy because they know Q likes Toy. All they need is to let Q say it. But when Q sees Toy and Chain going somewhere else to take pictures, Q got up and made an excuse to leave. Then Pim texted in the group chat saying the plan is working because he knows Q is not leaving. He's going exactly where Chain and Toy is. Later on, we see Poom showing up. While sitting there, Poom asks Pim if he finished with his painting because remember, the deal was if Pim finished his painting, then they will have to separate and never see each other again. But Pim did finish his painting. He finished his painting days ago, but lied that he didn't because he didn't want to separate from Poom. And because of that, Poom is happy. Then he said he never forgets the kiss that Pim gave him. Then Poom leaned and kissed Pim. When he's done kissing him, he told Pim that he must never forget his kiss. Honestly, I loved it. Pim kissed Poom at night and Poom kissed Pim in the day. This is something they both shall never forget. Okay guys, that is the end of my review on episode 6 of We Are. Stay tuned for my review on episode 7. And as always, if you like my reviews, give them a thumbs up, subscribe with notification bell so you never miss any of my videos, and I will see you next time.